Every single fight, no matter how big or small, has a story behind it. That's why when it comes to Tekken and the King of Iron Fist tournament, there's one hell of a story to tell. In Tekken 8, Jin Kazama will face off against his father, Kazuya Mishima, for the last time. Kazuya is threatening global domination, and since Jin is the only other person who possesses the devil gene as well, he may be the only chance the world has left. But how did we even get to this point? What the hell is a devil gene? And why do these fathers and sons keep throwing each other off cliffs? Well, it revolves around these three men: Heihachi Mishima, his son Kazuya Mishima, and his son Jin Kazama. When Kazuya was just 5 years old, his father, Heihachi, feared the boy possessed the devil gene, which is passed down through generations to the bearer's children. It allows the host to transform into a winged demon that possesses incredible strength and power. So, Heihachi did what any loving father would do: threw Kazuya off this cliff to see if he would survive. And survive he did. Kazuya would spend the next 21 years training to become a deadly fighter, the hatred he harbored for his father fueling his motivations. Ultimately, Kazuya would defeat Heihachi and become the first King of Iron Fist tournament champion. And then, in a moment of poetic justice, would throw his father off a cliff. Years later, we find Kazuya has turned even more sinister than his father was. But it brings us to the one woman who saw the potential good in Kazuya: animal rights activist Jun Kazama. Together, they would have a child, the third piece of this patricidal puzzle: Jin Kazama. Jin grew up without knowing his father, and after tragedy suddenly befell his mother, Jin sought out his grandfather and would be trained in the Mishima fighting ways by none other than Heihachi Mishima. Ever the opportunist, and knowing Jin possessed the devil gene, Heihachi would use Jin until ultimately betraying his grandson, shooting him at point-blank range in the face. However, death was not for Jin, and what would kill any other man would trigger what had laid dormant in Jin until that moment, and Devil Jin was born. Since then, these three men have waged war against each other time and time again. This is until the most recent tournament, where Kazuya faced off against his father, Heihachi, for the final time by taking his life and throwing the body into a volcano, like only a Mishima can. Which brings us to now. Kazuya's complete global control is almost at hand, and his power is seemingly unchecked. However, now fully healed from his own battles, Jin has resurfaced and is focused on stopping his father to become not just the newest champion of the King of Iron Fist tournament, but possibly the savior of all mankind too. In Tekken 8. Fist meets fate.
プレイステーション